Okay, let's get started. So let me just start with my introduction. My name is Gunjitha Gupta. I am an enterprise agile coach with close to 14 years of experience, and I have trained more than 1,000 professionals within corporate and outside corporate. And I'm proud to also say that I'm one of the Asia's very few agentic agile AI coaches that exist in this part of India. And with SPCs and other things that I do, which I have catered with multiple clients and companies across the globe, be it FMCG, be it BFSI, be it payments, retail, healthcare, energy. I have almost served all the clients. So I got associated with Simpliaxis a while back, and I have been conducting some trainings with them. And hence, I welcome you all to this webinar where I would be introducing you to SAFe certifications and a mix of agentic AI with all the rules that you might be aware of under SAFe. There is a new upgrade that SAFe has brought in, and I'm quite excited about that update, and I would be sharing that as well. So to make this webinar interesting, what I have done is I have run few prompts, okay? And as part of this prompt, the agent has given me this interactive agenda. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna divide this agenda into 6 parts. So introduction, which I have already done. I will start that. Uh, I will let you know that what will be the course of this whole webinar. We'll talk about SAFe a little bit. What is the need of SAFe per se? Certifications, roadmap of SAFe, when we should introduce SAFe, and if you are in any leadership role or you're just beginning to explore SAFe, where you should get started. So we'll cover that as well. Then a little bit of fun with AI, okay, and agentic platforms. We'll talk about that. And what all updates you can see once you opt for the training. So if at all after this webinar you are planning to do any certifications, what new things you will explore or you will get as part of SAFe Studio. So SAFe has integrated themselves with Copilot. So I'll demo that as well. And I just wanted to reserve some time for questions and answer. Now, because I'm extremely grateful that you guys are here and you have shared your 1 hour of your precious time to spend with me, I have some gifts to offer. So my very first gift is to give you an prompt sheet. All right. So this is a template that I will be sharing with all the participants. You can use this template to do any query on the agent, free agent that I'll be sharing at the end of this webinar. So this particular agent is trained by me. It includes all the SAFe knowledge, everything that I know so far. It includes all the workbooks. So it is trained to speak, behave like SAFe. So I'll be sharing that agent with you shortly, and you can use this prompting template to do the prompting and do some experimentation. All right. Apart from that, I will be also sharing a presentation which talks about what SAFe is and roadmap certifications, because I know right now you might not be having access to SAFe Studio. So you can refer to this presentation once you are done with this webinar. All right. And I'll also share this interactive HTML page and maybe my information on LinkedIn if you want to get connected. Hope that sounds like fun. Let's get started. Um, I know some of you who have joined today are working in some sort of business or enterprise, or you might be wanting to work in some business. The very first visualization that our brain creates when I say business can be, something, some company where you are working. It can be your own business or some business that you might have seen other people working with, or every one of us might be having different interpretation of business. Now, I feel that a business is very much a living system. It's an ecosystem, much like our human body. And there was a time when we used to treat businesses, just set of teams or programs. And you must remember or you must recall how your parents and grandparents used to work. They used to go to office, they used to do documentation. Every day they were required to go to office. Most of the conversation decision used to happen over documentation, and there were pile of documents which used to get stored in your cupboards and all. Now in 2025, we all have evolved. Now you will see teams residing outside of your general workplace. You have distributed teams. Everyone logs in from different countries. So the environment has changed. Technologies have changed. So businesses need to adopt. So business agility is a concept which is not a safe created concept, but it's the need of the hour. It's the ability of a business to adapt to any external or internal situations. Internal situations can be disruption of technology. External situations can be something we witnessed during pandemic, trade wars happening between India and US, Trump trade wars as we witness, wars between countries, right? So there could be some financial discussions or decisions taken by government which can impact payment banking industry. So those are kind of external influences and disruption that causes business to disrupt. And because of that, it is very important that business is capable to adapt. Hence comes Scaled Agile Framework. If you are in a kind of a business, or you're part of a company, or you see someone working in a company where there are multiple teams, dependencies, team is distributed across geography, and company wants to, scale up, that is when you need to adopt SAFe. So usually adoption of SAFe is a leadership, I would say, decision. They get trained themselves and then they feel that SAFe is the way forward. Prior to SAFe, there were many methodologies that was discovered, tested, and tried, and some got their spaces like Scrum and Kanban, and some got vanished. But the point is that every company wants to scale, every company wants to evolve and grow, and any disruption can be a hazardous to a company. That is where we recommend that if you have that kind of nature business, you go for SAFe. So it says good companies fail through disruption. And it is one thing that is said by Dr. Mike Kirsten as well, that those who master large scale software delivery will define the economic landscape of 21st century. I would see if I can share some statistics with you. There was a time when core companies like manufacturing, healthcare was very core in nature. They would just manufacture and do the sales, and then they meet the demands. Technology was very small. But now, if you see, the statistics are saying that 60% of any company formation or architecture is more technological driven than core. So that is why they are saying that you need to master that as well. So many product based companies are trying their hands on technology, or they already have done that. Now they're exploring further, like AI and other things, right? So that is why the need of scaled agility is becoming more and more. Dean Leffingwell, who is also the creator of Father of SAFe, is very much emphasizing on the importance of business agility. If you are part of a company, program, or team which is transparent, which is continuously you're inspecting your work, you are able to adapt to any situation, then it means you are following the concepts or the rules of business agility. So he's very much emphasizing that the whole point of discovery of SAFe or the need of SAFe is grounded on the roots of business agility. So SAFe itself has designed 7 core components to meet business agility, but the roots remain same: transparency, inspection, and adaptation. So for you or your leaders to make a system which is agile enough, much like human body, you need to have a new mindset. You need to have some values, principles, practices. And when we say mindset, we are not saying that it is something you need to follow religiously every day. It's a mindset shift. Like I decide today that I would start exercising so that I can lose some weights. It's a mindset shift so that I can be healthy. So it's that kind of mindset. And there are certain values that you abide by, not necessarily you are repeating it every day. And certain principles to live by whenever you're designing such system and practices like safe. So because this webinar is only for 1 hour and we cannot deep dive much into the whole process of safe, but I'm just hoping that some of you have already tasted the flavor of safe. Even if you have not, there are a lot of good material you can find on Simpliaxis, which can let you know the end-to-end process of SAFE. But it is really powerful. Powerful in the sense that the mindset itself is based on two major thinking. Lean thinking. Lean meaning devoid of waste. Lean body we say, right? Devoid of fat. Similarly, any system which is devoid of any waste in terms of time, resources, material is called as lean. And thinking around that is called lean thinking. So this is a mindset shift that SAFE is talking about. And there are certain agile values, which is the foundation of any agile processes. Combination of this is the entire SAFE lean agile mindset. Now, I talked about transparency, inspection, and adaptation. If you are in a team which is planning together, inspecting together, you're giving your daily updates, and you are adapting together, then we say you are adhering to these core values. But additionally, we are also saying you should respect each other. Okay, you should give space to innovation. You should give space to learn from mistakes because no one is perfect. Not even a single system is perfect. So you will get bugs, you will get defects, you will learn from mistakes, but you should continuously evolve. So the main funda of SAFE is, or the fundamentals of SAFE is that you continuously grow and evolve like a human being does. Why I'm continuously relating your own self with SAFE is because it is very much alike. Like you have a conscious human being, you have a conscious business. And when everyone follows these values, they build a conscious, service, product to deliver to customer. And only when customer will be able to pull value of your services that you have designed and products that you have created, only then business can earn. When business earn, you all earn. We all exist because someone thought that, I need to start a company. There is a lot of integrity and morality playing out there. At least this much we can do, right? So that is why to abide with all these core values is very much important. So, however, there are 10 major principles, and when you opt for training, any training, even if it is basic fundamental training till if you are aspiring to become Scrum Master product owner, this will be the first principle. These are the 10 principles that will be taught to you first. How to think about economic view. Like, even if I want to build a product, is my system having that much revenue? Do I have enough money in my pocket? If I only have $10 in my pocket, but my expenses are of 20, that it does not make any sense for me to experiment. Apply system thinking. Just by optimizing one component in the system does not mean I have optimized the entire component. You might have seen that certain areas in business are always optimizing, evolving, but another area of business is always taking a backseat. That does not mean that business as a whole is growing. So, how to apply that thinking that if I grow, if my team grows, other teams as a ripple effect, they also grow. We all are part of a larger picture, right? And whenever I'm designing a product as a product owner, how many options I'm proposing based on my experience and understanding. So, variable solution to one problem and preserving one best option. You will learn that. You will also learn that how to build any product fast and with integrated learning cycle, meaning I'm building the product fast, but all the mistakes I'm doing in process of my learning, I'm quickly adapting, learning from it, and ensuring that those mistakes are not repeating. Rather, I'm growing and rather I'm improving the product. And until and unless you have a working software, until unless you have some product to show to customer which is working, which customer can use or benefit from, it does not make any sense. So base milestone on an objective evaluation of working system. Have a working software created at every iteration. You need to ensure that value is flowing without interruptions. It should not happen that when you are doing handover from development to testing, you are taking weeks or even hours. We are in an age of DevOps. If I want to do handover of my code from one environment to another environment, it should happen in seconds or minutes. It should not take days. So you need to make the value flow without any interruption. Environment should be available, database should be ready, job sync should be in place, API should be in place. All those kind of research, all those kind of acceptance criteria needs to be defined clearly. Like you guys have reserved your time to spend with me today at 6:30 a.m. on 18th of p.m. on 18th of November. Like that, we reserve time of seniors, product owners, scrum masters, RTs, stakeholders, product managements, architects as well. That is called as applying the cadence, reserving their calendars in advance so that there are no excuses later, because we want to plan with everyone. That is the that is the foundation of transparency that we are talking about. If you don't have motivated workers, if every time or every day you are struggling to get up from your bed and going to office, that means you are not motivated to go to your workplace. If you are not motivated to go to workplace, how on earth you will think about improving a product or participating well? No, it cannot happen. If you are burnout, again you will lose the motivation to work. So it is one of the most important principle to unlock the intrinsic motivation of the workers, meaning people like us, so that when they are working without any pressure, like I have to work on weekends as well or beyond office hours. So you need to plan in a way, you meaning maybe some of you might go for scrum master roles. So you need to plan the capacity and work in such a way that you are not burning out the teams who are actually working on those products. Decentralized decision making. Now, this is again one of the most important principles that I have found. How many times we want to present an idea, but it gets killed because I am talking to hierarchies. My manager will present my idea as if it's his own idea, he takes the credit, and my idea never reaches to the top, or even if it reaches, I never get the credit. And even if I want some decisions to be made by leaders, C executives on the budget and finance, I'll never get that decision or approval, because the ideas get killed when you move from one hierarchy above another hierarchy. So instead of making any centralized decision that is giving power to one person or leaders, make the decisions decentralized. So that is why your PI planning in SAFE is very important. It does not matter what role you are in, what hierarchy you are in. Once you step into SAFE process, you and I are alike. So you and I need to take decisions after discussion. And we all need to organize ourselves around the product and the value we are trying to deliver to customer, rather than fighting or creating conflicts with each other or bringing ego. So that is where, because of all the human behavioral challenges or system challenges, process challenges, because we wanted to address all those things, we introduced Scaled Agile Framework. That is excuse me, that is the whole core of SAFE. So I'm going very slow, and I'm going very casually. If you have any questions, do raise it. So it's the people which power SAFE. It's not the authority, it's not the power, it's not the money. It's the people which who power SAFE. And teams who knows how to work in an agile process. Agile itself means flexible, fast, innovative teams. If you are part of that, nothing can beat you. So this is a pictorial demonstration of how everyone, there are close to 50 to 125 people who plan together, commit together, they work together. It's a fun-filled 2 days of activity that everyone participates. So you might be called as a scrum master, product owner, some safe vigilist, RT, this and that, but we all are, in a nutshell, we are having fun together and we are planning together. So if we have business agility concepts adhered, value stream are the series of steps that we take to reach to a product. So if you remember the stream of water, how a water flows from uh, one place to another place, right? And it reaches its destination. In a similar fashion, value also flows. It might flow from stakeholders bucket to product, then architects, then development teams, then testing, then deployment. But after all, it's a stream of value that we are creating to give to our customers. So if you're adhering to business agility, there are 6 and 7 steps there. If you're adhering to those steps, your time to market will increase. And in this workbook itself, at the last, you can see those examples. Those companies who have adhered to business agility, followed safe, how they have accelerated their time to market. So that is the biggest benefit you can provide. If you are striving for a leadership role, you can do MBA and everything, but if you know how to run safe, how to be part of safe, and you can handle product, process, delivery, security, operations in a safe fashion, world is your oyster. And there is a good demand and value right now that I can assure you you will get. So the traditional approach, this you might have already seen, uh, usually happens in this fashion. You have some fund reserved, it gets associated with your requirements. Each and every requirement will get some funds. Then you will think about designing, then you will think about implementation, then you will do verification, and then you will learn. And this is how typically any traditional approach of waterfall, as we call it, any business opportunity is handled. And usually this takes 18 to 24 months is what we have observed, safe custodians we have observed. And by the time you will make the product ready and deliver to the customer, you will see that there are more advancements in the technology. Customer likings, dislikings have changed, times have changed. So you need to adapt, or you need to adapt to a process which is more faster, right? And you will see these legacy problems very much with some of the technology. I don't want to take the names, but to give you an examples, old ERP projects, if you will see, if you ever got the chance, are all migrating to um, Fury or HANA. Why? Because the traditional ERP approach is very, it just deliver the opportunities and value very late to the customer. So how business agility value stream benefits? You sense the opportunity, you fund the opportunity, you organize everyone around that opportunity or the value you are trying to deliver. And value does not mean that you have to deliver the entire product. Maybe MVP, minimal viable product, you are trying to deliver in less time. You connect to the customer, you give the demo, customer get to use your product, gives the feedback, and then you reiterate. You deliver the MVP. If customer likes the product, you preserve it. If they do not like, then you pivot from there. And you repeat this cycle continuously. You continuously deliver that value and you learn and then you adapt. And typically, this entire stream you will see takes 2 to 6 months, because we are not striving to deliver the entire product. We are striving to deliver portions of product which will provide the minimal value to the customer. So this is much better way of dealing with any opportunity or service that any business wants to create. These are 7 core competencies of business agility. So once you opt for any training, this will be taught to you in detail. These are whole chapters in itself. But to give you one idea that until unless your leader or people who are running the businesses where it can be you or you are part of such businesses, until unless they understand the importance of business agility, all the other 6 components that you are seeing does not make much sense. That's why you will see lean agile leadership is the foundation. It is at the center on which all the other components are built. And customer is put in the center, because until unless customer is there, who will use your service? Who will take your product? No one. So customer is your center person. Okay, so as I was saying, until unless you have realized leader, until unless they are for the business, by the people, until unless they have that kind of mindset to achieve business agility would be very difficult. And you might have observed certain leaders who would always instruct, do this and that, but they will never lead by example. They will never do the same thing that they're asking their subordinates to do. So lean agile leadership are those kind of leaders which gets created under safe umbrella, who are realized and who understand that they need to lead by example. They first need to demonstrate what they are preaching. So this is very much taught in some of the modules of lean. So if at all you are at that tipping point where you want to deploy safe in your business, in your program, or in your project, how the typical roadmap looks like. So this snake that you are seeing is actually that roadmap. Okay. Let's say you think that, okay, I need to learn safe and I need to go safe because my organization is evolving. So you can start with the foundational certificate, which is leading safe. And if you at all are executive, C executives, I'm talking about, you can have those workshops as well. So that would be your starting point for SAFE. Then all the roles in SAFE has some meaning, all right? People like me who are training, who are coaching, mentoring the entire teams, maybe software engineers, maybe project managers, product leads, technical leads, people like me, we go for implementing SAFE because we have grown into this experience, we have that kind of knowledge. So people like me who are interested in coaching, training, building the entire process, tracking mechanism, we go for implementing SAFE, SPC. So I am SPC 6.0. Again, if you want to train executive managers, leaders, you can start with leading safe. If you are at all close to budgeting and strategizing, right? And you want to protect your funds, right? Because most of the time what happens, business does not know how their funds and budget is getting dissipated to other teams, and there are multiple products and there's so much wastages that happens on budget, and there is something called as sunk cost. Once you have exhausted your money, you cannot recover it. If you have exhausted your money in a product or a service which customer has discarded, that cost is a sunk cost. So people who are MBA in finance or has keen interest in financial aspects, CFOs, or who wants to learn the art of how to divide the budgets into various, for various services and products, they can go for LPM. So LPM also participates in PI planning, because unless you know that how much funds is reserved for my product, how you can go ahead. Okay. So you have in all of this, you will go through various workshops. And let's suppose you come to a point where you have now decided this is a product. This product will be achieved in 1 year, 2 year, the entirety of that product along with operations. So I have to create a agile release train. Now, agile release train, just imagine a train, okay? And you are going from destination one or point A to point B in a train. Every compartment in a train, assume, is a team, okay? And all of you are moving towards same destination. Let's assume that you only have, source and destination. Let's not assume that you will get down. So all the teams, all the leaders, everyone is going trying to go from destination A to destination, sorry, source to destination. So we have just visualized it. We said it is similar to, and because we are following agile, so let's call it agile release train. So suppose you have come to that decision where you are saying that for a single product, it would take me 1 year, 2 year. Let's launch an art, and let's also run a PI, program increment. Every quarterly, we will increment together to develop some portion of that product. If you are at that stage, prepare for art launch, and that is the time you can go for various certification. If you are a highly technical person, go for architect. That is the entire technical architectural documents and how to create that, what to consider, what not to consider. If you are a management person, you like to manage teams, You see yourself as a coach, go for safe scrum master. If you are a kind of a person who likes to collect requirements for customer, like that stakeholder engagements, and you want to also coach the teams into technical aspects of any requirements, you have that passion for product like Steve Jobs, go for safe product owner. And if you are a stakeholder, you just want to know how this entire process work or implementation roadmap looks like, go for leading safe. All right. So this is how you will prepare, and then you will launch the art. And if you have some team members and you have a set of team, you can also go for safe for teams. So that will ensure that how individual in a development team, or that means developers, testers, change managers, and all those things, how they should work collectively as a team to deliver a product or value of a product. So then you can go for safe for teams as well. So many organizations are self funding all these things for you. So if you're part of any organization, you can also request them to fund you for all these certifications. So they also recommend developers, testers to go for either Safe Agilist or Safe for Teams. And you have many other more advanced certification. Once you have trained yourself onto a product owner, product manager roles, you can also go for one level high, that is agile product management. So it is a set of product owners that you would be managing. If you have already been into a DevOps kind of an environment where you are majorly concerned about environments, creation of those environments, deployment, patching, versioning, all those things, and how to do that with DevOps tools that are available, then you can go for Safe for DevOps. That typically includes CDP, that is continuous delivery pipeline, how to explore, how to integrate, and how to deploy. So these are three components of Safe DevOps. And then if you are thinking, no, we have done enough, we have delivered such a marvelous product to our customer, we are generating revenue, we are excelling, we are thriving, we are successful, and you want to launch more arts, you want to launch more products, then you can again do that. You need to go for SPCs. Again, if you want to enhance the portfolio, again, budgeting, financing, you can again go for LPM. And like Scrum Master, one level above is Release Train Engineer, who, like Scrum Master, manages the team. Release Train Engineer manages the art. And you can also go for an Advanced Scrum Master as well once you complete your basic Safe Scrum Master. So this is the entire Safe implementation roadmap. And these are the certifications that are available. Okay, so I'll be sharing this slide with you. You can go through this, and then you can let Simpliaxis know if you want to enroll or you have any queries around these certifications. Okay, so you will find lot of other topics here as well, which you can explore. This is for you to refer. So my very first introduction, safe and certifications, I'm marking it as done because we have done this. Now, I was speaking earlier about how AI has impacted safe roles. So what safe has done is, for each and every role in safe that you just witnessed, like product owner, scrum master, RT and all, they have clubbed it with AI. Safe Studio itself has uh, upgraded itself to Copilot, or they have integrated with Copilot. So if you have access to Safe Studio, and you can only get access to Safe Studio once you enroll for any training programs, so you can actually access Copilot and do prompting. Very good prompting you can do, and there is a way to do this prompting. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share this particular file with you. So whenever you are trying to search for any topic in Safe Studio, you need to give prompts in this fashion. Now, I'm sure each and every one of you have used some sort of agents, AI agents, to do prompting, Chat GPT, Gemini, maybe the other tools that are available there. Gork is there. So, whenever you are doing prompting, there is a way, there is a template that Safe has given to you. Okay, so what you are trying to accomplish, how you want that agent to act, what you want that agent to do, and all those things. So you can type your response here if you're trying to get this information from the Safe Studio. So let me just give you a quick demo here. Okay, so this is my Safe Studio platform. And if I go to the latest information, you will see empowering with AI. So it is not mandated, but it is advising that we all should leverage of co-pilot integration with Safe Studio, or use AI, or learn to use AI. AI meaning agents, agentic AI, generative AI. Do proper prompting. So if you are a product owner who wants to, understand the products, convert the product into epics or initiatives, then epics, features, stories, and all, you can very much do that with a single prompt. So, how an SPC should use AI, how a leader should use AI in SAFE, how an RT should use AI, product owners, Scrum Masters, this is what it is teaching you. So, this is completely free of cost, available to you in your SAFE Studio once you enroll for a training with Simpliaxis, right? So, once you log in, you can access all these learning materials. And because I'm an SPC, so I have a certain set of courses available. So let me just quickly show you what all things you can learn. As I was showing you the implementation roadmap, so this is how my portfolio or my dashboard looks like. These are the foundational delivery enablement programs I can offer. So anything that you feel is relevant to you, if even if you're a government employee, okay, and you want to implement safe there, even there is a separate portion or a training available for that as well. Even if you're from hardware architect side, you can do that, even if you are from HR. All right, so the AI that I wanted to offer was this. So I created this coach long back for my students. So students used to usually say that post their training they wanted to learn more. But Google is, the research or SEO in Google works very differently. It can give you a lot of answers. So what I did was I just leveraged, one second, I just leveraged my uh, skills and I created an agent. I'm not sure why it's not loading. Let me just check. So this agent I will offer to you. So what you can do is you can do some basic prompting using the template that I have shared, and ask, you can ask any question to that agent. What is safe? What is lean? What is agile? And even you can prepare for any interview if you want. So I have uploaded, I have trained this agent that way. Okay, so we have discussed this, and I will, in a while, after checking what went wrong with my GPT, I will share you that GPT link as well. Okay, so what I wanted to cover next was what is an AI? What is an agentic AI, per to say? Now, I want you to imagine your own self. Now, you have eyes, which is collecting data visually. You have ears, which is collecting data audio data. You have mouth, which is collecting some data. You have nose, you have others, you can touch and all those things. So just consider eyes and ears are agents which is collecting data from external environment and doing that manipulation of data or understanding of the data, and there is a database which is your brain which is trying to understand that, and it creates a response, and that's how you behave, that's how your personality gets formed. In a similar fashion, you have agents. So agents can act, they cannot feel though till now because we are in weak AI era, but they can act to perform tasks. They can do some automatic activities for you. For example, if you want to run a Scrum, you can create an agent for yourself, and that agent will record all your actions and will behave like that. You can train your agents to perform certain tasks, MOMs, record or learn from the recordings and transcripts and create some beautiful, meet after notes for you. And it is not like chatbot. Most of the people, how we use these agents, we use them like chatbots. We always query them in same simple English language, but there are good quality prompts as well. And if you write a good quality prompt, you will get a very good quality response also. So as I was saying, GitHub Copilot is the most famous ones. And if you are in an organization which is using Microsoft, you would be familiar with Copilot for sure. You have Gemini, you have ChatGPT, you have Perplexity, you have Gork, and as of 2025, you have 45 major AI agent platforms. So that is why it is very unlikely, or it is very difficult for anyone to think about any role without an AI now. And that's why you've been hearing news that because there is so much automation that has happened due to AI, certain jobs are at threat. But then that also means you can create more opportunities for yourself. So if you are a safe practitioner, what you need to do with the AI? One thing is, you need to have access to Safe Studio. You need to know how to do prompting. Second, third is you need to know how to use Safe Copilot. Okay. And fourth thing is, if you are in whatever kind of role you are, as I was just explaining, you should know how to generate those PI planning summaries. If you are an RT, backlog insights, how RTs, product owner, various roles, prompting, and all those things, you can use that for your facilitation, for anything that you want to do in the peripherals of your team and PI. So these are the basic things that you can get achieved through the offered agents right now. So this is the second aspect that I wanted to cover. And I'm open to any questions that anyone is having around certifications, around how to use the AI and all. And let me, in the meantime, also see if I can get back my agent. Right. So I'm open to any questions if anyone is having. I hope this session was useful and you get to learn about the certifications and safe and how to use the AI and the agents. And if you have any questions now, you can ask. Otherwise, we are done with this webinar and you can post your queries. I'll keep this webinar open. You can post your queries on chat as well.
I have one query.
Yes, go ahead.
So nowadays, most of the companies they have stopped the Scrum Masters, and they're asking all the QA managers have to do the same role. So, as a being a product manager, project and product manager, so the safe how it will be valuable for me.
Yeah. So, see, you have a history of QA and you have a
Mm,
history of collecting requirements and all. So,
mm,
if your company if you have multiple teams and you
mm,
have dependencies across those multiple teams, and as a product owner, you see that any requirements that I'm getting is impacting these multiple teams, and there are a lot of dependencies as well. So, you can suggest your leadership to go for safe. One thing is that. But for you to even suggest that they should go for scaled agile, you should yourself know that how safe works. Second thing is, Second thing is, once you get trained on safe, right, you would know better ways of collecting those requirements, creating the value for the end customer, designing the KRAs, KPIs, right, which can track how the product is developing and being accepted by the customers. You will learn about design thinking, customer centricity, think from the aspects of the end user. So this is how safe will help you. And let me re-emphasize, if you get trained and certified in SAFE, the value automatically enhances. Your market value automatically enhances. So typical traditional product owner and typical process compared to agile process is very much valuable because 67% adoption of SAFE is there globally. So this is the third benefit you will get. I
okay.
hope that clarifies.
Yeah, I got clarity.
Yeah. Yes, Gaurav. Gaurav, someone said Tushar. Okay. Yes, I'm gonna share presentation prompts, and I'm gonna share the PDF, and I'm also gonna share the free agentic AI. I just don't know why it didn't got open. It was opening before this webinar. So I'm just gonna recheck what happened with the agent. So you can use that agent to do any query. I'm telling you, this is the most, I'm really proud to create that agent because this helped a lot of my students. So even if you want to take a decision that whether I should go for training and all, do one thing, just use this agent, prompt this agent, ask any question that you want to ask around agility, your own role, how you fit in, whether you will fit in or not, whether it's good for you or not. Ask any question there. It's trained that way. So I'm going to share that as well. That is a gift from me. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. I know uh, this webinar was of 1 hour. I was quite excited, so probably I just spoke very fast, but uh, I believe I have communicated whatever I wanted to communicate. I hope this webinar gave you enough clarity about SAFE certification. Despite that, if you want to connect with me on LinkedIn and get more insights, any queries that you might be having, you can definitely follow me on LinkedIn. So I have been an advisor and a consultant to a lot of companies, and I'm doing the same. So probably I can help you in any way that you might want to get helped. So with that, this is the end of webinar. Thank you everyone for joining in. I'll share all the details in a while.
Thank
Thank you
you.
everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.